Hey guys, welcome into this week's edition of the Scorers Table here on JacksonSun.com. I am Sun Sports Editor Brandon Shields, and he is our local high school sports writer Michael Odom. And Michael, another big weekend of basketball as we're kind of working our way toward district tournaments here in a couple weeks, and one particularly district that has a big game going on is the 15A girls on Friday night. As there's going to be a big game in Middleton this week.
That's right, Jackson Christian, Middleton right now. Both of them have one loss. Middleton's is to Jackson Christian on the road. Jackson Christian lost to Riverside, but Tuesday they avenged that loss with a 20-point win at Riverside. So I think they're back on top of that one. But this one should be a big one down in Middleton. I expect both teams to come out ready to play, and Rachel Lee for Jackson Christian has been the scoring leader, but she's going to have some backup from players like Alex Welch and Caroline Yarbrough. Middleton, there's no secret on who they rely on. They have the trio of juniors with Deja Faulkner, who's committed to UTM, Avriel Joy, and Rochelle Parks. So I expect all three of those to be ready to go. Talking to Moore going into this one, she said last time they rebounded well and played good defense, and I think that's going to be key tomorrow night for Jackson Christian.
Before we move on, just a quick question. Let's just assume Middleton wins this game, forces a tie for first at the top of the district, and then they both win out. What's the tiebreaker for determining number one seed?
Well, I mean, if whoever wins is by themselves.
That's right. Okay.
So, but Middleton still has to play Riverside twice. So it would go head to head, and since they split, it usually goes something along the line. It's up to the district, but a lot of them will do who's beating the higher seed, something along those lines.
Okay. And then also staying in girls basketball at the single A level, Gibson County not only has a big game on Friday, but it's kind of the next few days are a big time for them with a couple of big games.
They're 22-1 at the moment. Their one loss is to Union City on the road. Friday, they're at Greenfield, who's right now the number 3 team in District 14A. So they're going to have to go on the road and try and win. Saturday they got a big non-district against Obion County, who they beat by 1 point. And then Tuesday they get that rematch against Union City at home. So we'll know a lot about Gibson County in the 14A standings after this weekend. If Gibson County is able to beat both of them, then they're in a tie for first place in that district. If they split, then they're pretty much secured the number 2 spot, and Greenfield will probably be the number 3.
Speaking of teams that are having some big games over the next few days, getting over into boys basketball for a second, Haywood's got a big non-district game on Saturday. That will be a treat for anybody who just wants to get out and just watch good local basketball. Then they've got a big game on Tuesday when they get back in district.
Haywood ranked number 2 in the state in AA. Humboldt ranked number 2 in the state in single A. Last time they played in Haywood, Humboldt was without 2 starters in Jalen Montague and Trayvon Brown because of the All-Star football game.
Right.
Both of those will be back. And, talking to Boykin, Trayvon's so crucial. Everybody looks at DeSante Bradford and his ability to shoot the ball, but Trayvon's their rebounder. He's their big guy underneath, and he likes to get those garbage points of getting those rebounds, putting them back in, or getting a defensive rebound and turning the ball and pushing it up the floor. So having those 2 backs is going to be big for Humboldt. It's in it, Humboldt. But Haywood is the undefeated team, the bigger school. It should be a really exciting basketball game. Whether they win or lose, they have to regroup quickly because Tuesday Liberty comes to town. That was a close game up at Liberty earlier in the year. Now they go to Haywood. Haywood's got that perfect district record, and between the 2 games, this is kind of the more important because they want to finish that number 1. They are hosting the district, so this is a big one for Haywood to try and secure that number 1 seed.
And then Liberty's had kind of a slump lately, so that they'll be kind of wanting to break out of it, and a win at Haywood would definitely break them out of it.
Right.
One more game on Tuesday night to look forward to. Chester County didn't have a great game the last time they played McNary when they played in Henderson a couple weeks ago. They go to Selmer on Tuesday night. Right.
McNary is the undefeated team in 14 AA girls. Chester's got the 1 loss to McNary, so Chester's trying to earn that tie in the top spot, but they're going to have to go on the road to do that against a very tough McNary team. McNary runs their offense through their posts, and they're very tough in doing that. Chester County says that since then they're going to press a little, so watch for a little full court press out of the Eaglettes in that one. But that one should be another good one.
All right. Well, what games are you going to be covering each night the next few days?
You know, Friday I'll be Westview Crockett County. I'll be Southside on Saturday. You know, the big Hoop Fest, the Penny Hardaway Hoop Fest at Dyer County. Lots of good games, good teams from across the nation going to be there. I'll be with Southside down in at Houston High Schools. They take on Mitchell. And then Tuesday I plan to be in Haywood for the Liberty Haywood game.
All right, well, be sure to follow him each night on Twitter at JS Ryder Michael. You'll get constant updates from the game that he's covering. Also, Michael's really good about keeping everybody up to date on scores from around the country, around West Tennessee, as scores get tweeted at him or whatever. So be sure to follow that if you want to stay up to date. Also, we'll have lots of stories in Saturday's paper and Wednesday's paper following Friday and Tuesday night's games, and we'll be covering the Haywood Humboldt game as Josh Lemons, one of our other writers, will be covering that game as well Saturday night for Sunday's paper. So thanks for reading and watching and keeping up to date for high school, local high school athletics here at the Jackson Sun, jacksonsun.com, and follow him on Twitter. Like I said, JS Ryder Michael. You can follow me at JS Editor Brandon. So thanks for watching and good luck to your teams this weekend.